Alright, what's going on YouTube? As you can see, uh, I no longer have my twists, so um, you're probably wondering why they're gone. Basically, I like the job that was done on my hair. However, uh, I was playing with it and like I was pulling, apart from side to side or whatever, and I realized that I didn't have a middle part. So when my hair grew out, I would have had a long row of dreads going straight down the middle. So if I wanted to get them styled, I wouldn't have that center part. It would be crooked. It would be like over here or whatever. So um, I decided to take it down and wear my afro for a little while longer. So I'll probably be wearing my afro for the next couple of weeks. I've been wearing my afro for about a month now already. And honestly, I like my hair being out like this. I feel a little bit more free. It's pretty cool or whatever. But as far as I'll say Afro journey, this is how my dreadlock journey started. When I had my Afro, basically I started my hair really really low, and I got a microfiber towel, and I basically did this. And I talked about this in my last video, but since I took my hair down, I've pretty much been doing the same method. However, since I don't want my hair to lock like that, after I do it, I pull the individual twists apart so they create smaller coils. Um, because I'm using a webcam, it's not as defined as it actually looks. But as far as the products I use in my head, I don't use a lot of product. I use I have it packed up now because I'm getting ready to move out of my dorm for the break or whatever. But I use I think it's organic root stimulator, and I basically put that in as some moisturizer, and it's kind of thick, which is another reason I don't use anything else besides the two different hair products. But I put that in, and I do this every morning. I put a little bit of that in, and then I get the Softy Indian hemp conditioner, and I pretty much do this, and then I'll get the microfiber towel. And you can get a pack of microfiber towels from the dollar store for, I think it was $2 for 5 microfiber towels, and that'll last you a good little while. But after I put the moisturizing product in, I do this or whatever. And as far as how often I wash my hair while it's in this state, I pretty much wash it uh, just as frequently as I washed it when I had twists, which is about a month to a month and a half. And the only reason, I don't know how healthy it is, but the only reason why I do that is because I have pretty thick and coarse hair, and after I wash it, these little coils come out. So when I'm doing the little microfiber thing, it takes forever. It took me about 45 minutes to get it the way I want it, and that's the reason why I don't wash it as often. But I didn't do it. I actually didn't twist it this morning. Yesterday, my best friend graduated, and I did the microfiber process. But I'm sorry, I heard something out my door, outside my door. But this morning I didn't do the microfiber process. I basically just woke up and I just separated it like this. But if I do the microfiber process, the twists are more defined. It's not as tight as it looks now. And I gave my Instagram information out on my last video, and I'll give it again. That way, I did take a picture at graduation yesterday, so you'll be able to see how the twists have progressed or whatever, or you'll be able to see how the twists were yesterday. And like I said, it was a little bit more defined, especially in the front area. But yep, just got a text message from my track coach. But anyway, my Instagram has changed from my last video. It's 05 Demi, which is DEMI 11 God GOD, and I think it's 1990. I'll put once you know what, I can look at it now. I'm stupid sometimes. yeah, it's 05 Demi 11 God 90, and that's my birthday and demigod. But yep, that's my Instagram. I will put that on the bottom of my video. So like I said, I'll be starting my dreadlock journey all over again, and that means my month one will be longer than a lot of other people's month one, depending on when they started. I know a lot of people start when their hair is a lot shorter. So when I start my video, just keep in mind that when I put month one, it's actually a restart video. So yeah, that's that. Other than that, I just want to say thank you to the new subscribers. And if you're watching any of my videos, please subscribe, and keep me in your prayers, because being a college student gets hard, especially when you don't have a job and you don't really have time for a job. It's not that I can't get one. So hopefully next semester I'll be able to get one, because I won't be training as much, because I won't be running track next semester. But this semester has been pretty taxing mentally, and I'm a junior and I'm ready to graduate at this point. And the significance of my whole matriculation in college is that I'm 22 years old, and I would have graduated either this semester or last spring if I would have stayed in school. But my parents pulled me out of school because I didn't do as well my first year, which is 2008. And when I re-enrolled, I set a whole year out there. When I re-enrolled, I pretty much took classes over to boost my GPA. And like I said, I stay in a dorm, which is quite interesting. I'm 22 years old, and a lot of the students in the dorm are wild. Like, they're not like they were when I was a first-time freshman. And I pretty much stay in a dorm not because I have to, but because it's cheaper as far as student loans and all of that. So I just want to encourage any college students out there, to be yourself, be an individual, which is another thing that I learned this semester. Prioritizing is a huge thing. I can't stress that enough. Be mindful, because on my campus it's really easy to fall into cliques and organizations, and I was once a slave to that mentality that I have to be a part of organizations, and I got to be in the eye in the spotlight all the time. So I just want to encourage all the college students to be who you are, be an individual, be mindful of who you make your decisions for, because a lot of times you'll be making decisions and you think you're making it for yourself, but you're really making it for other people. So be mindful of who you're really living for. Once you realize that you're living for yourself or you're living for God, it'll make a huge difference. You'll feel a lot better. You will feel more content when you tell people, no, you're not going to do X, Y, and Z. And, it's a process. It won't come overnight. So, just take the time out to get to know yourself. That's the only way you'll know how you're making decisions, and if the decisions that you're making are healthy. And you'll only, know that once you get to know yourself. So, stay encouraged. And like I said, keep me in your prayers, because the journey of self-discovery is not the easiest journey. It's just like, the locking process. It takes time. It takes patience. You can't really just, gauge how much you've grown until you look back. So like I said, it's just like the locking process. You really don't see how much your hair has grown until you look at, pictures or videos of yourself that you've made, and you're like, wow, I really did, have some growth. So I will be hollering at y'all later, and pray my traveling mercy as I go back home. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, so shout out to everybody from Memphis watching my video, and shout out to all the college students, and shout out to everybody who's going through a locking journey. So y'all stay encouraged.